gentlemen, it is time to call the Board of Commissioners meeting to order. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Chairman Taché.
Here.
Vice Chairman Sahadi.
Here.
Commissioner Burns.
Here.
Commissioner Underhill.
Here.
Commissioner Aguirre.
Here. Attorney Souza, please read the Open Meeting Law Advisory, MGL Chapter 30A, Section 20F.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The language for the open meeting law is as follows. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible.
Before we begin the agenda for this evening, we offer 15 minutes of public input, 3 minutes per person. Is there anyone here who would like to speak at public option?
Want to go first? You want to speak?
Please identify who you are and subject matter, please.
Bob Tavares Doolin, and the subject is the smoking policy. I'm trying to get here tonight before you to try to get the commissioners to enforce the policy. Because I have a lady upstairs from me that's continuously smoking. And she just reeks smoke. She throws her cigarette butts when she does smoke outside. In front of my window, I'm constantly picking them up. So there was an incident a while back where she had an apartment door and she fell evidently, and she was yelling for help. So I ran upstairs and see what was wrong, tried to help her, and she had knocked cigarettes from the ashtray all over the floor. One was lit, burning on the floor. So I didn't go in to try to help her because she wasn't dressed. So I asked the next door neighbor to go in, who was a lady. She went in and resolved the issue. They ended up taking her away, but she continues to smoke. So I got a hold of Madeline Edge from the Smoking Coalition. She's going to meet with Debbie Morissette and Lori, I guess, is the manager down there, to try to do something to resolve this issue. Because it's bad. I mean, it's bad. Now, there's people there that go out in the freezing cold where they're supposed to go and smoke, but she doesn't. She thinks it's okay to continue to smoke in the house. So that's why I'm here, to see if we can just get somebody to push that on her to make sure that she's not smoking in the house. Because if there's a fire, I mean...
Agreed. Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Yes,
Tim, were you aware of this condition?
I do know that when we find out someone is smoking or have a complaint, that we do investigate it, and the tenant is addressed of the issue. And I think Mr. Tavares indicated that has been done and there's a meeting set up, so.
Okay. So you will stay on top of it and
We will.
keep Mr. Tony. Is there anyone else that would like to speak? Hearing none, then we'll continue with the meeting. First item on the agenda is the minutes of the postponed regular meeting held on December 17, 2008. A motion in order to accept is in order.
Motion to accept.
Second.
Motion made second. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 2, bills and communications. A, vouchers. Recommended action to accept. Motion is now in order.
Motion to accept. Second.
Motion is made second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Report of the Secretary. Management reports. 1, applications. 2, occupancy report. Tenants accounts receivable. Work order report. Public housing performance indicator. I would propose a motion to accept all 5 items at one item. Any questions or comments by any of the commissioners?
Motion to accept.
Motion has been made. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion has been made and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. B, financial report. Recommended action to accept. Tim?
Mr. Chairman, the only item I would like to make the board aware of is all the programs seem to be running according to budget. In our federal program, though, it seems we are experiencing a high level of spending on materials. So we're looking into, what the deviation is from prior years. It seems to be almost across the board carpentry type, plumbing type, but we want to get more specific on that because it's just something that may not be sustainable continuing. So hopefully, we did have a lot of efforts with the REACT preparations this year, excuse me, at Dia Ferry, when Sunset Hill, some preventive issues with the boiler system, but we will look into that.
Any comments or questions from any of the commissioners? Hearing none, a motion is in order to accept.
Motion to accept the report.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 4, new business modernization. Request for a new window product for exterior building envelope repairs at the Bates/Tower Apartments under the Capital Funds Program CFP year 2017 activity. Be proprietary item for Anderson Corporation windows to match existing windows. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, a motion to approve is in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Item B, certificate of substantial completion for HVAC upgrades in kitchens and bath replacements at Thunder Hill on the CFP year 2016 activities.
Motion approved. Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Miscellaneous. A, Fall River Housing Authority Agency Plan 2019 and Certifications 5-year Annual Plan executed by the Chairman and certificated by state or local officials of PHA plans consistently with consolidated plan executed by the Mayor. Tim?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this is an annual filing we do with HUD to inform them of some of the items we've undertaken in the past year and going forward. We held 3 meetings with the Resident Advisory Board. We had 1 public hearing not too long ago. We sent a copy up to the mayor. My understanding is he has signed off on that. So, there were changes in the Section 8 admin plan, some changes within our unit transfer policy, and as well as presentation of the capital spending budget.
So the Mayor signed on.
Yes.
Any comments or questions from any of the commissioners? Hearing none, a motion to approve is in order.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Item B, sale of 271 Morgan Street and 252 Fifth Street properties. Recommended permission to re-advertise. Tim?
Essentially, these were the 2 surplus properties we had, Corky Row, and the successful bidder, Pecan, I believe this corporation, has withdrawn from the process. They do not want to go forward with development of those units. So we did talk to DHCD, and they said because of the amount of time that has elapsed since we originally went out for proposal, we would have to redo that effort. And Tim is here if you require any further details on that.
Okay.
So we'll be advertising again those 2 pieces.
Okay, is that People Incorporated that we backed out?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
If I could, Mr. Chairman, I apologize for interrupting. I just want to let you know, too, that each step from this point, again, I've been in touch with Mr. McParland, McParland of DHCD. He's already approved a new time frame. But every step of this process going forward, from the ad in the newspaper to signing off on the request for proposal, all comes under their approval.
Good work, Tim. Motion is in order to re-advertise.
Motion to re-advertise. Second.
Motion made second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item C, Integrated Pest Management Service. Recommended action. Permission to advertise for a 3 to 5 year contract. Tim?
This is our ongoing pest control program, so it's time to advertise for prices. It would be a 3-year contract with options to renew at 1 year.
Any questions or comments? If not, motion is in order to approve.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Item D, on-call painting services. Recommended action, award a 1-year contract to All Phase Property Maintenance and Repair in an amount not to exceed $25,000. Any questions or comments?
Motion approved.
Motion made second. All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Item E, on-call cement/asphalt services. Recommended action, award a 1-year contract to Industrial Concrete Solutions in an amount not to exceed $25,000. Tim, this would be on an all-call basis, right?
This is on-call, emergency basis
Okay.
primarily. We don't have the expertise or the facilities to do asphalt.
Okay, great. Motion is in order to approve.
Motion to approve.
Motion made second, all in favor, aye, the motion carries. Item F, easement for National Grid for Maple Gardens, recommended action, ratify for one easement. Tim?
Sure. Kevin, would you like to address this?
As part of our Phase 2 underground electrical line upgrade at Maple Gardens, some of the lines are run underground and require easement. We had to get that in place before we proceed. So I believe Attorney Souza has this on the agenda to get all the research on that. Once we get the approval, we give the contractor and the engineer, and Nationals will be okay.
Will they repair any damages that they caused during this process
They do.
at no expense to the housing authority?
Correct.
Great, thank you. Any questions or comment? If not, a motion is in order to approve.
So moved.
Motion
Second.
made second, all in favor? Aye, the
Aye.
motion
Aye.
carries. Item G, transfer of policy revision for public housing. Tim?
Yes, this item is in response to trying to get our occupied unit, the level of the units occupied up, increased. So one of the items, and this was actually an observation and recommendation from HUD several months ago, is that the units that we end up transferring a tenant in, we currently, let me back up, we actually now will move in 4 tenants. Then we'll go to the emergency transfer list and move someone in. And then we go back to moving in applicants. So what happens is, we do a lot of work to get units ready, and we spend a lot of effort doing that, and we transfer tenants, so we're not increasing our occupancy. So one of the thoughts they had is decrease the amount of people you transfer by increasing the amount you move in. So we thought we'd try this for a year, see how it goes. And again, we have 2 transfer lists. One is a regular transfer list. I believe that's every 8th request we do a transfer. Now we'll go to 15 days, 15 requests rather. And on the emergency, it'll go from 4th to 8th. And as the executive director, I still have the capability to do administrative transfers, which would precede anything. So if for some reason, there's a reason that we don't want to follow this and something needs to get done, I can authorize that.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, the motion to approve is in order.
Motion approved.
Motion made
Second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Item H, RIBI security contract. Recommended action, approve addendum to include increase in hourly rate of $1.21 per hour from January 1st, 2019 to September 30th, 2019, and to extend the contract term for an additional 90 days from October 1, 19 to December 31st, 2019. Tim?
Yes, we have a 3-year contract with Libby Security for private security at Cardinal Medeiros and Baresi Heights. When they were awarded this contract, the minimum wage was, I believe, $10 an hour. And since that time, it's increased twice. Their positions are entry level. It's a very competitive job market out there. The management has been extremely happy with the company. So they approached Mike Souza, who's been working with the residents, meeting on security concerns. They approached him and was explaining that because of those increases, he's had to absorb those. So we asked him what he's looking for. And our thought is, given that the contract is in the final year, final 9 months actually, for the level of service, and we'd like to be a good working partner, although it's a fixed price, that for $1 more, which would end up being $7,500 on a $375,000 contract. But we said, well, in exchange for that, we'd like to lock you in for another 3 months at least. So, one could say we may be facing a higher cost increase, again, due to the minimum wage going up. And I believe it's due to go up again, if not next year, in a couple of years. So the net cost is probably gonna be about $5,000. And I think, again, it's a goodwill gesture as well as, satisfying, from what I can understand, the needs of other parties.
So we got for bid in 2020, is that what you're getting at?
Right, we'll be going out to bid, I believe, in the fall.
This fall.
This fall.
Any questions or comments from any of the commissioners? Hearing none, a motion is in order to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item I, Section 8 Consultants Assistant. Recommended action, approved contract for Gail Neobar and Diane Cohen in the amount not to exceed $9,000. Tim?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, these two professional consultants are experts in the field of Section 8, and they've been providing assistance to our department in terms of work processes, efficiencies, being able to work, as they coin it, work smarter, not harder, utilizing all the software in our HAB system. So, this is to continue their work, and we want to recommend approval of it.
Okay. And you're satisfied with the work?
Yes, they've been doing a great job.
Motion is in order to approve.
Motion to approve.
Motion is there a
Second.
Motion made second, all those in favor? Aye. The
Aye.
motion carries. Item J, out-of-state travel. Recommended action, ratify approval of out-of-state travel for attendance at the NERC/NAHRO Winter Conference at Mohegan Sun from February 4th, 2019 to February 7th, 2008 for Commissioner David Underhill, February 4th to 2019 to February 5, 2019 for Timothy Barrow, Attorney Michael Sullivan, and Kathleen Power, and any other commissioner or staff member who would like to go. Any questions or comments? If not, a motion to approve is in order.
Motion to approve.
Motion made, is there a second?
Second.
Motion made, seconded, all in favor? Aye, motion carries. Item 5, personnel. Temporary warehouse worker maintenance custodian. Recommended action, ratify the appointment of Keith Betancourt. Tom? Tim Arthur?
The former warehouse worker was promoted to a temporary mechanic, so this is to backfill that position.
Any comments or questions?
Motion to approve.
Motion made second to approve. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Aguirre?
Yes.
Commissioner Burns?
Yes.
Commissioner Sahadi?
Yes.
Commissioner Underhill?
Yes.
Chairman Taxa?
Yes. Item B, ADA/Fair Housing Coordinator. Recommended action, ratify the appointment of Attorney Michael Sullivan for this housing coordinator position. Tim?
Sure. You'll notice on the front of the agenda, every meeting, we have to note who our ADA coordinator is. And historically, we've had the city's ADA coordinator. But given that we now have a full-time attorney, I thought it would be something for Attorney Souza to take on and relieve the city of that burden.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Attorney. Motion to approve is in order.
Motion to approve.
Motion made, seconded. All those in favor? Aye, the
Aye.
motion carries. Item C, Deputy Executive Director for Finance and Leased Housing position. Recommended action, permission to post in-house and advertise. Two comments I'd like to make. In our job description, we need to make a change that should be 40-hour work week,
Okay?
and the salary range should be $115,000 to $130,000, and that could be increased based on the qualifications of the individuals. Any questions or comments? And I would also like to announce that I would like to appoint Commissioner Jason, who is our Labor Commissioner, along with Tim and Tom, to be members of the committee, and report back to the full board at a later date. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
We've got to make a motion. I don't know if we need a motion.
Yeah.
I'll make the motion to approve in-house posting.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay. Thank you for serving as chairman. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item B, Executive Director position. Recommended action, approve a 3-year contract for Timothy Barrow. I think we all shared his contract, what the committee, as it relates to compensation and so on. And if there are any questions, this is the time to bring it up.
Motion approved.
Motion made and second.
Second.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Agia?
Yes.
Commissioner Underhill?
Yes.
Commissioner Sahadi?
Yes.
Commissioner Burns?
Yes.
Chairman Taschereau?
Yes. And I'd like to just offer, I've spoken with Mr. Barrows, and I wish him well. I commend him for working with the board so far, and in the future that you continue to communicate with the commissioners at all times on issues that may be important, so that we don't read it in the newspaper or find out about when we come to a meeting. And again, I emphasize that it's important that you work with our clerk, Secretary Martha, who can be very helpful, provide any information that you need. And with that, I wish you all the best and
Thank you,
success.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
My appreciation for it.
Item number 6, election of office for the calendar of 2019. First position is chair.
Mr. Chairman, could I make a motion that all of the officers that are currently serving, if they're willing to remain in office for the 2019 year?
A second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Agia?
Yes.
Commissioner Underhill?
Yes.
Commissioner Sahadi?
Yes.
Commissioner Burns?
Yes.
Chairman Taschereau?
Thank you. And thank you for your support, Commissioners. Last item is tenant concerns. Are there any? None? We're fine.
Congratulations to Tim Barrow. Looking forward to another year of working well with him.
Same here.
Thank you. Thank you. With that, any other commissioners or comments? Hearing none. Motion to adjourn is in order.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
In favor? Aye.
Aye.